While several major television networks, magazines, and news journals have reported on the Y2K issue, most people have failed to grasp the enormity of the problem.
那时，天国好比10个童女，拿着灯，出去迎接新郎，其中有5个是愚拙的，5个是聪明的。愚拙的拿着灯，却不预备油。聪明的拿着灯，又预备油在器皿里。新郎食言的时候，他们都打盹睡着了。
Embedded chips are microprocessors or small computers. At least 2% of all these computer chips have the Y2K virus. 2% is a substantial number when one considers that there are literally billions of chips out there. These chips are embedded in isolated devices such as cell phones, gas pumps, elevators, traffic signals, satellites, plant maintenance systems, tanks, hospital monitoring systems, and deep-sea applications, just to name a few.
Unlike mainframe, mid-range, and desktop computers, whose information and date fields can be modified, upgraded, and rewritten, microprocessing units have a different problem. The information put into those units are burned in. They're static.
半夜有人喊着说：“新郎来了，你们出来迎接他。”
They cannot be modified. They have to be replaced. There are over 25 billion microprocessing embedded chips in the technologies that you've just seen. To find and replace all of these chips in the amount of time that we have left is a logistical nightmare. Compounding that fact is that the cost involved in replacing these chips is over $2 trillion.
他们去买的时候，新郎到了，那预备好了的，同他进去坐席，门就关了。
As the cracks grow and the fissures increase, high-ranking government officials are beginning to get nervous about the Y2K problem. In a recent USA Today newspaper,
我们要欢喜快乐，将荣耀归给他，因为羔羊婚娶的时候到了，新妇也自己预备好了，就蒙恩得穿光明洁白的细麻衣，这细麻衣就是圣徒所行的义。
Alan Greenspan, chairman of the Federal Reserve System, made an alarming statement.
In the February 26th edition of USA Today, Alan Greenspan warned of year 2000 glitch. Washington. Federal Reserve Chairman Alan Greenspan said Wednesday that the year 2000 computer bug.
其余的童女随后也来了，说：“主啊，主啊，给我们开门。”他却回答说：“我实在告诉你们，我不认识你们。”
Is already hurting the economy and warned of bigger damage ahead. Inevitable difficulties are going to emerge, he said. You could end up with a very large problem.
愚拙的拿着灯，却不预备油；聪明的拿着灯，又预备油在器皿里。
He said the Fed was ready to lend banks tens of billions of dollars if the bug causes their computers to break down in the year 2000 and they can't make payments.
There are other high-ranking officials that have become nervous as well. President Clinton has just issued special executive orders for a year 2000 council.
On February 24, 1998, President Bill Clinton made this startling announcement in special executive orders. Here is an excerpt from those orders.
谁是忠心有见识的仆人，为主人所派，管理家里的人，按时分粮给他们呢？主人来到，看见他这样行，那仆人就有福了。
Minimizing the Y2K problem will require a major technological and managerial effort, and it is critical that the United States government do its part in addressing this challenge. Arthur Gross, chief spokesman for the IRS, said, "Failure to achieve compliance for the year 2000 problem will jeopardize our way of life on this planet for some time to come.
Just days after President Clinton issued his executive orders on the year 2000 commission, Arthur Gross quit his position with the IRS.
Is it merely a coincidence that the Department of Defense's acting Secretary for Command, Control, Communications, and Intelligence, who was in charge of the Y2K repairs along with 2 other key officials, also resigned their post?
Thankfully, one of our most revered Christian personalities is beginning to voice his concern over the Y2K problem.
But now there's something coming. It's coming in your life. It's coming in my life. We cannot escape it. It's called, or at least many are calling it, the Millennium Computer Bug. Stock markets, for example, I've heard you talk about what would happen in the stock markets if suddenly...
那时耶稣对众人和门徒讲论，说：文士和法利赛人坐在摩西的位上，凡他们所吩咐你们的，你们都要谨守遵行，但不要效法他们的行为，因为他们能说不能行。
The rabbis looked at 1,000 years as a prophetic day, like days in a week. 6,000 years to them represented 6 prophetic days. The 7th 1,000 years, or the prophetic day of rest, completed a prophetic week. According to the Old Testament, from the time of Adam until the birth of Christ, there was 4,000 years, or 4 prophetic days. From Christ until the present, almost 2,000 years, or 2 prophetic days.
身体没有灵魂是死的，信心没有行为也是死的。
The last 2,000 years have been the last 2 days of the prophetic week, or what some refer to as the last days. As we approach the end of the millennium, the year 2000, is it irony, coincidence, or the rabbi's prophecy coming to pass that after some 6,000 years of human history, that mankind's greatest technological accomplishment, the computer, would bring it all down a moment of time?
不背着他的十字架跟从我的，也不配做我的门徒。得着生命的，将要失丧生命；为我失丧生命的，将要得着生命。